Hi, how's everyone? Welcome back. Hello and welcome if you're new. Thanks for finding me. We're doing the Leo placements today. This is the first quarter moon in Leo. Remember, this is for everybody. This is collective wide. We all have all the signs somewhere. Today we're looking at Leo because the first quarter moon is there. So at the previous moon phase, the waxing crescent, we were concerned with planning, rebuilding, sensing first movements of our sprouting endeavors, and making those first steps towards their growth. Here in the first quarter, we're in an energy of anticipation. Here we face obstacles. We clear our hindrances. We become determined and make decisions about what to prune to encourage growth. Leo is fixed fire, bold, honest, warm, protective, loyal, charismatic, charming, and a little bit egotistical. The energy in this phase is about promoting and igniting our passions and embracing courage. It's a moment to take action. We may find ourselves feeling self assured and motivated, and maybe a little bit brave, thinking about stepping outside of comfort zones and encouraging others to do the same. We can identify who, what, and where there are obstacles to our self expression, our ambitions, and goals, and we can pull them out. We reflect on the dreams and aspirations that promote our success and our recognition. So we've got the first light tarot. We're going to draw one card for the current energies. We're going to get three clarifiers and an oracle message. So when I was pre-shuffling the first light tarot, we dropped out activate. Perfect energy for this Leo moon. Activating. It says, align yourself, get grounded, get ready. Reach out with your thoughts for awakening and enlightenment. So that's so cool. And that, of course, goes along with what we were talking about embracing our motivations and really feeling self-assured about our energies and our intentions, you know. I have to admit, I was born with Leo moon, so when the moon is in Leo, you kind of feel yourself a little bit, you know, you're feeling a little confident. You're looking in the mirror a little bit more kindly to yourself, and you're like, yeah, I really am the shit. It's a shame nobody else sees it. Well, in this first quarter energy, we are trying to explore ways in not only for others to see it, but for ourselves. So let's get our three clarifiers. We're using the Vice Versa Tarot deck. And the last couple readings, I've really sensed a shift in the energies. Now we've been dealing with the idea of there being, so we got the portal card for yesterday. We just passed through the 4-4 portal. We just came through a eclipse portal. And now we've had this energy of dealing with or having the opportunity to end something that's really toxic. We had the devil twice. We've had the tower twice. But then we've had this encouragement to move forward, even if the path seems a little bit lonely for a minute. It's moving us towards an alignment. There's the moon again, with that's talking about cycles. That was that cycle of whatever was toxic coming back around. But it's all moving us towards this really beautiful energy of being able to choose love again. So here we've got the moon on the backside like yesterday. And believe me, I shuffle the hell out of these cards. We've got, this deck has a front and a back instead of reversals. So I shuffle them, I flip them around, I do everything. This is talking about intuition and instincts seen under the ego. Oh boy, that's a tough one because Leo does rule the ego. So yeah, that's solar energy that Leo maintains that fire of the ego. So this isn't saying to ignore it. This is basically saying to go beyond it. You're more than that. Go beyond it. There are cycles and patterns that you need to deal with. Okay, the moon energy is things that come back with the tides, right? Ebbing and flowing. And of course, we're dealing with moon energy here with this first quarter moon in Leo. Things are coming back maybe that have to do with your ego or your courage or your self assuredness. Something is coming back in with the tide. So we need to address that. That's usually kept quiet. Okay. The next clarifier we had is again that Knight of Swords, but the backside showing his ass. This is the inner energy. Like the front side is the outer self, and the backside is the inner self. This is talking about a mind that wanders because it's seeking a home. So that Knight of Swords is that knight of action. He's intellectual. Um he's very high-minded. He comes in with integrity and truth, and really the driving desire to want to start something. Knight of Swords to me is Libra energy. I give the knights to the middle child, so the page would be Gemini energy, and the king and queen could be Aquarius. But um, it all depends on where in the cycle of development you are, right? So this person is in their knightly energy, Libra energy, coming in fair, coming in intellectually, really wanting to know some kind of knowledge and information, because there is a wanderlust here. And it's interesting because usually I give the wanderlust energy to Sagittarius. They are the wanderers, the thinkers, the doers, the always looking for more kind of energy. But in this case, we've got this Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is definitely the knight in shining armor. But in this energy, with his back turned, it feels like he doesn't have a cause. Like that knight in shining armor always has a mission, a cause, a noble quest. And this one in the reverse is still looking for that. This is a mind that is wandering because it's looking for a home. And this has to do, because it's Libra energy, something about relationships. Now, here again, we have the devil. The devil and death and the tower have been coming out steady for a few readings now. Like I said, ever since I sensed that shift coming, that shift that came in after the 4-4 portal. Here we have the, oh no, I'm sorry, this is strength. This is you, Leo. Leo coming in hot, strength card, but it's in the it's on the backside. So the outer energy, the outer self, is strong and fierce, seeking balance between power and peace. But if you look at it, we've got the Empress here, come down off her throne, wrestling with the ego, right? And you gain strength by knowing that there's the balance between the two, balance between peace and power. That's true strength. But if you look on the inner self, they're facing the devil. So this is trying to gain strength about something inside that could be toxic. It says to face your shadow. Okay. So they're trying to get a hold of, somebody's trying to get a hold of some strength in order to face this devil energy. Usually with the devil card, it's an outside energy. It's an obligation, or something that has us tethered that we can't get away from. It could be addiction. It could be codependency. It's something toxic that we haven't learned our lesson from. And with the moon talking about cycles coming back around, this could be a time frame for us to really go inward and discuss with ourselves what toxic cycles we allow ourselves to continue with. And with this being in Leo, this may have to do with our own inner strength and our own ego. Okay. But I can't ignore this Knight of Swords looking for a home here. I feel like this could be something that has to do with love. I want to get one more for that. Can you clarify? Thank you. Oh, the Empress, looking for his Empress. This could be somebody looking for his Empress. Empress did come out with the other reading this earlier today, I believe, the Hidden Truth, or the morning read. Something about the Empress. Your needs and desires. Yeah. The forward facing is and desires are met and fulfilled. You're abundant, you have good fortune and love. And that comes out right on top of that. Knight of Swords. It's like he's looking off like he's going towards something, you see? Here he is, the front side, talking about, um, oh, this is the front? What's the front? Seeking a home. And then the other side is somebody who's a fighter, not a lover. Uh-oh. But we've got this side. See this? Going off into the distance towards a noble quest, looking for his heart's home. And there she is, the Empress on her throne. Beautiful. I heard reunion. I heard reunion with the feminine. This could also be the feminine's parts of ourselves. We all have masculine and feminine. Don't get hung up on gender. Gender ain't shit, okay? It's about energy. So this Empress energy, that's where that knight is going towards. That's home. Empress is Venus ruling Taurus and Libra, and the Knight of Swords represents Libra. We also have Cancer and Leo here. So that's what I feel. We've got the activate card. We've got the moon talking about cycles coming back, using your intuition and your instincts, seeing underneath the ego in order to address something that may be sapping your strength. Okay, the strength card, that's Leo energy. But we're having to face our shadow with this. And definitely moon energy talks about the shadow because it illuminates what the ego hides. So we've got both energies here. Moon represents Cancer, the mother energy, very feminine, very receptive, very intuitive. Leo represents the sun, father energy, very proactive, protective, ambitious, and courageous. So there's talking about a balance of the two because we've got one here on one side and one on the other. Cancer, Leo. And in the middle, we're trying to come at it with a little bit of intellect and ambition here, but also with that softness of the Empress. It's interesting. She's telling me I allow myself to be taken care of, but I also take care of myself and others. So this person who's trying to find their way home is trying to find their way to a more nurturing situation, whether they find it in someone else, their Empress, a Taurus Libra, or they find it and nurture it within themselves. Okay? So let's get an angel ancestor oracle message. I hope the messages are resonating. I hope they're reaching you for your highest good. If you are vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe or share my video. It helps get my content seen. Check the description for my email and donation links. I am available for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, or donation. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. Can we give one oracle message for the collective regarding this Leo placements here? I'm hearing somebody contemplating if I let this go, what will I have? So this feels like something like hanging on to something toxic because they're not really sure who they are or where they'll be without that, even if it's negative. Don't hang on to the pain just because that's what that's what keeps you connected to something. We've got the Shield Maiden. She hasn't come out in a long time. It says make plans and focus. All right. Okay, make plans and focus. It says have a plan or a strategy. That's that Knight of Swords energy. It's always thinking ahead, maybe thinking a little bit ahead of himself. Okay? Have a plan or a strategy in place before moving forward. That's what this is. Okay, take some time to assess what your next steps will be. That definitely ties into that first quarter moon. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you're not prepared for the tasks you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. That really plays into this strength card, battling with that inner shadow. Have a plan. Okay? The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart. Definitely Leo placement. Warrior's heart. It's interesting. Warrior energy is the Leo and the heart is the moon. And we're doing moon and Leo right now. You have a warrior's heart right now. And that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. Interesting. I love that. So activation for a change, I feel like it's trying to let go. Like I said, this is kind of like a pruning for growth. So what are we pruning for our growth at this time? The shadow aspect of ourselves that keeps coming back with our habits and cycles and patterns. Something that has us tethered in not shoot I darn it tethered in obligation. Okay, this is the devil without the lovers also. So this it doesn't have to do with that, like devil energy. Oh, is the lovers in chains. So that is a relationship that was entered into when things were good. It was entered into with good intentions and equality and love. And then it changed, as time went on to be something very restrictive and toxic. This isn't it. This is internal toxicity that it's coming back around for us to address. And once we can cut that away using that sword on that Knight of Swords, we'll come into a much more abundant, balanced energy with the Empress, where our needs and our desires are fully fulfilled and we can function in love. I would like to let's get a couple insight cards to round this out, okay? We get some advice for this moon cycle for the collective. Cobwebs, that's interesting. They haven't come out for a while. You are protected from negative forces beyond your control. Okay, what else do we have here? Just a couple more, please. Okay, 999, completion coming. Oh, the end of a cycle is coming. Okay, and the moon does talk about cycles coming back around. Something you didn't see coming is coming. Maybe the ending of that cycle is what you don't see coming. We've got the dice to take a chance. Okay, and that's too many, but okay, I'll have to take it. It came out twice in that. All right. So we've got cobwebs. You are protected from negative forces beyond your control. We've got 999, completion coming. Aspects of a situation are coming to an end. So preserve what you can and purge the rest. We also dropped plot twists. Something that you didn't see coming. Okay? We also have here this fear card of the empty chest. This is a fear of lack. absence, loss, and scarcity, talking about our resources, conserving things, and promoting a slow increase. Then we got Annunciation with the Archangel Gabriel. This is clarity of divine purpose, a companion or escort through the darkness, and dictation of divine will. Okay. Then we've got, so we had 999. Oh, wait, we've got empty chest. Okay, that's lack, scarcity mindset. We're a little bit afraid of losing something. But then we've got the dice card, take a chance. Okay, roll the dice, take a chance. And I heard the chance, take a chance on yourself and your talents and gifts and strength. So then we have 111, new beginnings, self-expression. That's definitely fire energy. Get your bearings in this new cycle. That's what we have for the moon reading. So what do we have coming up? Let's see. We got the morning energy read, and then another hidden truth reading, and then we probably have got the Virgo moon placements coming up soon. Okay, so that's what I have. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and until I see you again in the next reading. Thanks, bye.